is the Parallax's team. Back in 2016, Olivia is in second place right now on the right. Greater Heights is in your lead on the left. We've talked a lot about the long straps. To be real specific, folks, if you're watching this at home, when you train on a traditional ring where those straps are a little shorter, when you execute the beginning kick of your swing, the leverage your body creates underneath the rings to pull you over top of them, and then to lock out the dip, is much more responsive to your body. Here, because the straps are longer, they've got to stabilize more at the top. Their complex is the official print method of all CrossFit games. Make sure you get online at bearcomplex.com to shop for the best grips on the planet, up to 15% off. Bear Complex, get better. 18-foot high, Zeus ring, 20 feet. Rings are actually, looks at that lower section at 18 feet. I don't think there's not too many fans out there with that much height. In your affiliate, some are low, so it's a lot of cubic feet. Absolutely upwards. And a lot of affiliates have the rings set up on their pull-up bars or something similar, so it's a lot easier to get onto for the rings. With these straps so long, a lot more difficulty. We do see that in Olympic competition. Jordan Cook just flipped the pig. This is Duncan Mullaney now going to work for Greater Heights. It is exciting for the future of this competition. It's already been announced there will be swimming. Duncan Mullaney is a swimmer at the highest level. He's just trying to get through this one and then bring it on. Just trying to make it through so he can show. NCAA champion Texas A&M. 5 minutes into this 15-minute time cap event. Still looking for a team to finish. Cap plus 16. Is what 18:55 right now is the marker to beat the first team. You got to keep that peg within the lane lines. We're talking about accuracy as one of the 10 general physical skills of CrossFit, and nailing the positioning. That's his 510 pounds or 350 pounds that's falling towards the earth, and be able to control the positioning of that. Make it easy for your teammates as well for their next setup. They've got to go and move that. You're just cutting into precious seconds that they can't really afford to waste. And you're truly talking about now the difference between high-level success in an event like this and what everyone considers the challenge, right? A lot of people see the struggle with that. And watch Jordan Cook trying to get that thing back straightened out. Yeah, you've got to correct it. So the accuracy is extremely important. Underlooked here in an event like this. This is round 2 of 3. Ashley Mosley is now trying to do the exact same thing. OBA on the left side of your screen as Greater Heights makes their way back for round 3 rings. Accuracy being one of those 10 general physical skills. Another 2, power and strength. Strength getting it off the ground, but power getting in position enough to working too hard once that pin does get to that vertical position. Here comes OBA. Nicholas Hecht leading the charge. It's interesting if you're watching the time off in between muscle-ups, how these teams recover, not going too soon, making sure that when you go up, especially in this scene, you can knock out at least 384 reps. Yeah, and the big thing that you got to think about is the total work volume done. Is your team going to have a chance to finish this workout? If you do, you've got to account for the least capable of your athletes through 40 ring muscle-ups and what tempo they have to or can't sustain through an event like this. Greater Heights breaks after 2. OBA, that's a costly no right there. Actually, Mosley did one, Kelsey Keel did not. Communication, you mentioned Adrian and teams before. You know how crucial that is to success. We just see Greater Heights there. Just have a split-second break, and the 4 team members have this mini chat just before they go back up. That makes sense. Yeah, and it's extremely important. It's going to cost you time to communicate, but communication is what allows you to have that success. Hey, checking in. How you doing? Good. Okay, 2 more seconds. Take a full rest. Here we go. We're going to go over another set. What time is more costly, right? Is it more costly to have the communication, or is it more costly to have pushed you to have the communication when you're back in? Right. And most often it's going to be the communication is valuable that happens before the mistake. The mistake, you're going to have to wait until you're ready, and it likely costs 3 other members a lot of energy. But that's the way to
There's a lot of what I categorize as death stares going across the field when that happens. You gotta be patient. The silent communication. But they seem working together so much in training. They should know exactly where their strengths and weaknesses are. And mastering the basics of these movements. If we go back to fitness in 100 words, from the old school of CrossFit, it is mastering the basics of gymnastics. And the gymnastics did it's exactly where most of the teams are failing right now.
Just had a no route there for greater heights. See if OBA can't capitalize. And then also, Lions Athletics is going to now jump in front here. And they'll string a couple of reps together. So OBA is now done and has jumped to the front of the pack here. Will race down the pig with 5.5 minutes left.
And look at the urgency. I love that Nick Height just took it upon himself to lead the charge back to the pig and feed off of that momentum that was just created by that overturn of them capturing the lead.
It's a wildly veteran team for OBA. First time competing together, though. Joey Tortora has been to the games a couple of times on teams. Central Beast out of Columbus, Ohio. Kelsey Fields.
You have a lot of talent. You think about teams recruiting and pulling people in from other locations for a year. Give us a chance, guys. We can go to the CrossFit Games and potentially compete for that affiliate cup. People are doing it. This is a great opportunity to see can they go come together and be able to support. It's going to be the invitation to success.
5 minutes left to go in this event. OBA still leading, but greater heights right behind. You can see in the center of your screen. Joey Tortora's the bearded one flipping on the right.
Being straight is a real thing too.
Yeah.
Now we talk about yesterday's events. They've got to post on a max lift so cardio as well with a lot of structural elements, and then polar opposites with the weight of fabric. Exactly the same time. We've got a strength event, and we've also got some body weight, high skill gymnastics. Muscle up on its own is tough enough. You start with progressions from pull-ups to chest to bar to bar muscle up to ring muscle up, and then you've got a sequence 4 people at the same time. So there's gymnastics progressions as you get harder. Obviously, we can drop that back like Johnny and Russell affiliate. We can do something very similar to get that empathy of these athletes are feeling right now. 100%. And when you talk about even the elements here, we talked about the strategy as we watch athletes get underneath this big. The grip fatigue that builds as you wrap your hands around that to create the force needed to move 510 or 350 pounds is so often forgotten. And then as we watch these athletes elongate and move, we get one of these long trap muscle ups. We gotta remember that